Here are 5 tips for better essays. So as I read through all of your essays, I came up with 5 different tips I think everybody can benefit from. So number 1, make sure that you have a thesis. Many of you just repeated the author's thesis and didn't bring anything new to the table. You didn't offer any new ideas. Remember, your thesis in an argumentative essay should either agree with a difference or disagree with reasons. This then allows you not to just repeat what the author has to say. Here is an example of a thesis that agrees with a difference. I agree that the fast food industry is causing obesity in children, so the government should take more responsibility for our health. Agreeing on one hand that the fast food industry is to blame, and then offering a new idea that the government should take more responsibility. Then in the rest of the essay, the author will be talking specifically about how government can help improve our health, okay? Disagree with reasons is another way to state a thesis. Here's a good example. I disagree because I think it is the parents' responsibility to watch what they feed their children. Therefore, in this 2-page essay, this author or writer is only going to focus on parents' responsibility. Okay? You want to keep your essays focused, but that's another point. All right, moving on to number 2. Give illustrative support for your thesis in the body paragraphs. This is something that's very important. Show, do not tell, by using specific examples, personal experiences, quotes, facts, and statistics. So a lot of people just vaguely stated their claims, but they didn't offer any examples or quotes or specific evidence to back it up. So here's an example of telling. People don't have time to cook. Okay, people don't have time to cook. This is really ambiguous, it's vague. Here is showing, which is much more powerful for proving your point. 40% of people report they work over 50 hours a week and are unable to make it home for dinner. Okay? This shows that people don't have time to cook. It's not just telling. Here's another example, which is personal example. I work 2 jobs and therefore do not have time to prepare dinner. Okay? This is giving your personal experience, and this works as evidence in your body paragraphs. Both of these are better than just this vague statement that tells you people don't have time to cook. How do you know? Show me. All right, moving on to number 3. Don't ask too many questions throughout your paper. A lot of you did ask questions, which is a good hook, right? It's good in the introduction to stimulate people's imaginations, to get them thinking. But if you keep asking questions throughout the paper, then the person reading your paper will think you doubt yourself, that you don't really know what you're talking about, okay? So here's an example from a body paragraph. A question that appeared in my mind was, why did Zinczenko focus on the fast food industry? Okay, this is a question you don't really know, so I don't really know if you know what you're talking about. You see what I mean? Here's another example. I don't think parents are to blame. Sorry, typo. Do you? In your body paragraphs, if you ask a question, you just sound kind of unsure, okay? It's all right if you do it once or twice, but not very often. Moving on to point number 4. Refer to specific ideas from the readings in your body paragraphs. So, it's a good idea to use ideas from the article that you're responding to, or Zinczenko's article to support your thesis. This shows that you have understood the article and use its information to prove your own points. But make sure that the ideas you're using from Zinczenko's article are clearly articulated. Don't just assume that the reader has already read the article. So here's an example. People said, I agree with Zinczenko's ideas in paragraph 4, but I don't think fast food is completely to blame. This is the problem right here. I agree with his ideas in paragraph 4. I think to myself, what ideas in paragraph 4? You can't just assume that I know what you're talking about. You need to use specific ideas and state them clearly. So here's a better example. While Zinczenko links the high percentages of diabetes to the consumption of fast food, I believe there are other reasons. This is stating clearly what Zinczenko's opinion is, right there, okay? And then it's offering your opinion. You're using the author's opinion, its specific idea from the article, to then give your own opinion. This is a technique you're going to do over and over in your papers, especially your research paper, when you're using evidence. Do you know what this was? Remember we talked about, or in the PowerPoint last week, it showed direct quotations, paraphrasing, and summary. What do you think this is right here? Zinczenko links the high percentages of diabetes to the consumption of fast food. I think that's a summary. Don't you guys? And it's a good technique for then offering your own opinion afterwards. All right, my last point. Very, very important point, everybody. Please check your grammar and your spelling very carefully before you turn in the paper. Proofread it. Read it over and over. Send it to a classmate. Have them read it. Give it to your husband or wife or boyfriend and girlfriend. Have them read it. Because at this level, you're expected to have very few grammar mistakes and few spelling mistakes. This is advanced reading and writing, okay? And everything you turn in to me is a final draft. So if you have many mistakes, your paper is going to receive a bad grade, okay? And it makes the teacher or the reader feel that you didn't really put a lot of time into it, okay? Unfortunately, we don't have too much time to focus on grammar in this class. So here's my advice. Go through your paper, find the specific grammar mistakes you need to work on, okay? Let me know and post it in the forum, and then I can prepare mini lessons on these grammar points for the class. We don't have too much time, but I can do small lessons. Also, I can send you guys some exercises online that will help you improve in that specific area, okay? This about concludes my essay tips for your first paper. You guys did a great job. Don't worry if you got a bad grade. We have 3 more papers and a midterm, and you'll be able to make it up. I just want to see improvement for the next essay. So good work. Keep it up. I'll see you soon.